Make sure it's going up. What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? Omega Supreme said what's up. See now, I'm not I haven't done this too often. So Omega Racine said what's up. 24 hours, 20 minutes to opening night at MetLife. Let's go Big Blue, man. That's that energy I'm looking for. Listen, it's been a long time coming. I've been making videos for a very long time on topics in this offseason, and sometimes there wasn't much to talk about, but I'm glad we finally made it. 7 months without a football game. It's been tough. It's been real. But what's good, Omega Supreme? Seems like Waller's looking hopeful. Man, that Waller thing caught me off guard completely, but I'll be talking about that in a little bit. I think he's going to play, and hopefully he should be all right. I think it was mainly out of caution, but appreciate you for tuning in, bro. Appreciate that. We looking like the Giants are ready. The Giants are ready. And I've already said it in my preview. If you haven't seen my preview already, I did say that the Giants are going to take this W. That's what we're here to talk about for today. But I appreciate everyone tuning in at the moment. Omega Supreme was goody. Now, I haven't live streamed like that before, just being honest. For you guys that's been with me for a little while, my last live stream was looking a lot different. It was looking different. It was not like this. The moment I hit 1,000, we upped the equipment. We upped how often I'm going to be live, how many videos we dropping, and that's kind of what I've been pouring into. But I'm ready, man. I'm ready overall. But waiting for people to pop in. Once again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got 4 viewers live right now. Make sure you're saying what's up in the chat. Make sure you say what's up in the chat, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for football Sunday in general, but I'm definitely excited to watch some Giants football. It's been a long time coming once again. 7 months without a football game is nuts. And why not get this division game, this Giants-Cowboys game out the way? Fresh and ready. My dog Aaron, he says, pop in, say what's up. For y'all that don't follow me on IG, I literally said pop in and say what's up. So appreciate y'all for following me on IG. If you haven't already, the Juke Media on IG. If you haven't joined, man, what are you doing? But we ready. The Giants are ready. So go ahead and type in the comments, man. Are you a Giants fan? If not, it's cool. This is a place for everybody. If you're a Cowboys fan, it's going to be rough for you. But we're here talking about it. We're here talking about it, man. I'm excited overall once again. All this speculation on what can happen this upcoming year with Daniel Jones, with Saquon Barkley, with Darren Waller, all these different things. We're going to have a lot more answers tomorrow. Tomorrow night, Sunday Night Football, man. I'm excited to announce as well. After the game, I will be live. After the game, I'll be live. So win or lose, I'll be live showing my face. And listen, I'm not expecting an L anyways. I'm not expecting an L. A little bit later, we're going to be doing the Giants schedule preview. I'll be going over the games one more time after we made some acquisitions, after cuts were made, and we'll be talking about our record. But Omega Supreme says, I'm looking for the big things from the dynamic duo Waller and Bellinger. That will be tough. That will be tough. Waller and Bellinger together making plays. You already seen in the preseason. He did score a touchdown. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And once again, it's just Waller better be healthy. That's what we need. We need Waller to be healthy because he's been healthy throughout this whole offseason. Of course, right before the game, we get this news. And to everyone that owns him in fantasy, I'm sorry to y'all, but it's disappointing a little bit. It came out of nowhere, but I think he'll be good. We got 10 viewers in here at the moment, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you liking it up, saying what's up in the chat. Once again, one of the first times we going live, so it's looking good. Is everything good? Y'all can hear me well. Everything sounds good. Once again, I will be live all throughout the season. I'll be live, and especially heading to the off season. So need to make sure everything's straight. Make sure everything's all good. I saw OBJ has an ankle injury. Nah, I didn't see that one. Not gonna lie, I really did not see that one. Hopefully OBJ is good. Hopefully he's straight. But yeah, man, once again, appreciate y'all for tuning in again. And let's dive straight into it, right? So, Giants Cowboys tomorrow night. The national media, everybody around I'm not gonna say, oh my gosh, that's Siri. I'm not gonna say everyone around the world, but a lot of people are not picking us. A lot of people are not expecting for us to come out with the W. And listen, this is nothing new. For the Giants, for us Giants fans, we know this is nothing new. At the end of the day, the Giants did surprise everyone last year, and nobody thinks we could do it again. It's nothing new in terms of how people feel about the Giants. And when it comes down to the Giants Cowboys. The Cowboys have owned us recently. I can say that myself. The Cowboys have owned us. It's been a thing that the Giants just haven't been able to beat them. But listen, this is why you got to play the games. This Giants team is different than the Giants teams that they've seen and that they've played, whether they want to admit it or not. When it comes to Cowboys fans, we know how they act. Once again, if you're a Cowboys fan, it's all love until tomorrow night. But ultimately, the Giants upgraded their roster, and heading into this game, we know that there's a lot of key things that we're keen on. Darren Waller, Paris Campbell, Jalen Hyatt, and of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Vanilla Vic, Daniel Jones. These are the things that we're expecting leaps and bounds from, and why us going into tomorrow's game is going to be key. It says, hella excited for tomorrow. Nolan, yeah, me too, man. Me too. I'm excited because I've been waiting on this for a while. Aaron says, when is the game? Tomorrow night at 8:30, I believe, 8:20 maybe. If you don't know me, I work retail, so I had to request all these days off, and trust me, I was not missing that game for nothing. All good visual and audio. Appreciate that so much. What's good, Big Blue Giant? What's good, my mans? Appreciate y'all for tuning in once again. I'm just excited to talk to y'all as well. This doesn't happen often. This hasn't happened often. And yeah, man, my channel been moving up a little bit, but this is our channel to talk about the Giants overall and just talk in general. Over the Bar says, go Cowboys. Nah, that's messed up. But make sure you're liking up the live, man. Like up the live. We're trying to push this content out there. We're trying to push this all out there. Like up the live. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in once again. But listen, Giants are coming out with the W. Now, I already came out with my video. I literally said that the Giants are going to win 27-20. 27-20. I might be leaning 27-24 because it could be closer. But I think ultimately what it comes down to, the Giants offense against the Cowboys defense. I'm not too worried about us defensively. I've seen what we did last year. I like the additions we made, and I expect us to make leaps and bounds in this defensive core. Like when you add Isaiah Simmons, when you add a Bobby Okereke, I expect leaps and bounds of differences because we had Jalen Smith playing linebacker last year. We had Tate Crowder playing linebacker this year. Come on, man. Like, I'm expecting a big difference for this defense. Adding the guys that we added in the defensive line, Ashawn Robinson and Nacho. I'm expecting a big difference on the defense, but it's going to come down to the offense. Going against Micah Parsons, going against Trayvon Diggs, going against Stephon Gilmore. I'm excited because I think our offense got something for them. Baby Blue Giant says, go back home. Yeah, man. That Cowboys energy is gone out of here, man. Waller plays Giants 35, Cowboys 17. I love the energy, man. 35 points would be crazy. It would be crazy. For the last 2 years, it's been tough in general. It's been tough for the Giants to score 30 points, but listen, I'm all for it. I think we could put a 30 spot on there because I really don't think the Cowboys expect much out of us. I know Cowboys fans don't. They're preparing, but they don't know what to expect. Darren Waller is going to be a difference maker on the field, whether he's 100% healthy or not. He's going to be a difference maker. They're going to have to put two guys on him. If not, he should be a mismatch in general. And we can talk about Darren Waller, right? So, two days before the game, Friday, yesterday, it comes out that he's questionable with a hamstring injury. Now, I saw this, right? I decided not to post anything about it because, honestly, I didn't want to overreact. But if you were overreacting about it, if you were super worried about it, I was right there with y'all. I'm going to be honest. I really was. Because this guy has been healthy throughout this whole time, and we know what's been the biggest issue with Waller has been his health when it comes to his availability playing these games. It's been tough. Now, it was up for debate whether Waller, hey, is Waller really hurt? Are they playing mind games with the Cowboys? Are they playing it cautious? All these different things were coming up, and you had reporters saying, listen, if he was healthy, he wouldn't be on the roster. Like, he wouldn't be on the report, I'm sorry. And that's disappointing. Once again, it's disappointing because he's been healthy throughout this whole time. Now I'm reading, obviously, they didn't call up a tight end. So that's a big sign saying that, okay, Waller's going to play. He's going to be okay. Because if they were really worried about it, they would have called up another tight end to be the backup in case another tight end goes down. We only have Lawrence Cager and Daniel Bellinger left. So at the end of the day, I think they expect Waller to play, and I think he'll be all right. I don't think it was as serious as it was. But when it comes down to it, man, it's just... it's upsetting because you would hope he's 100% in the game. If he's not 100% himself, I don't know what to expect. Yo, we got 12 viewers in here, y'all. This means so much to me. once again, like up the stream. I appreciate y'all so much. Make sure you say what's up in the chat. No Mets, no Jets. No Mets, no Nets, no Jets. Straight facts. What's good? Simmons and Thibodeau are going to be quarterback eaters. That's a big deal for this defense, is Thibodeau making that next step. If y'all don't look at my community posts, I post community posts every other day, and Thibodeau was my X factor for this season. I think if he performs at the ability that we know he should be, being that 5th overall pick, our defense is going to be a lot better than we've seen it recently. No Mets, no Jets, no Mets. Was good. I'm a Giants fan, Yankees fan, and Nets fan from, hey, bro, like, I'm going to be real. I'm a Giants fan. I'm a Yankees fan. But when it comes to basketball, I'm not a Knicks fan. And some people might not like me for that, but I am not a Knicks fan. I already get hurt enough being a Giants fan. The Yankees are really bad right now, too, but I can't be a Knicks fan at the same time. So definitely couldn't be doing that. But didn't elevate anyone from the practice squad. Looks like he's playing. Exactly, Elijah. Appreciate you for tuning in. Didn't elevate anybody is a huge sign, because there's a chance that he wouldn't have been there. There's legit a chance he wouldn't have been there if you elevated tight end. Then I really would have been worried. But he's going to be on the field. It's about whether he's going to be held back or not. I really don't want to see him not 100% on the field. I really wouldn't prefer. I know this game is huge. And for me, this Cowboys game at home, Sunday Night Football, means everything for the Giants in terms of setting the tone for the season. But I'd rather not risk him being on that field and getting hurt and being out for 7 games. You know, it's tough. But reporters that irritate my soul are Nick Wrong, Kimberly Martin. Yeah, man, Nick Wright. Yeah, Nick Wright's tough. Nick Wright is tough, man. He's a Daniel Jones hater. But as we know, there's a lot of haters in the building. There's a lot of haters in general when it comes to Daniel Jones. So I'm not surprised, but I think he's going to be really good this season, y'all. Like, when I say he's borderline top 10 for me already, in my opinion, I can make a list and I can say he's number 10, but everyone doesn't like the stats. So when it comes down to it, heading into the season, I think he can turn up. I really think he can turn up. Disciple, what's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Appreciate y'all for tuning in once again. Dodley, I hope I pronounced that right. Hello, Juke. What's going on, my guy? I'm a Yankees fan, Giants fan, Knicks fan, and Rangers fan. So that's the one thing. Y'all can hold me to it. I'm not really too much. I'm an NHL fan either. But the Rangers are tough. And I know a lot of the Giants players go to Rangers games. So I'm definitely looking to be interested in that. I saw Eli Manning. I think he's a Penguins fan. If I'm not wrong. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's a Penguins fan. So, yeah, NHL, I just haven't crossed over to that yet. But maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll cross over into NHL and we'll see what's going on with that. Juke, you have to suffer first. You have to be a Knicks fan. I can't. I literally just can't be a Knicks fan. And some people might hate me for this, but I'm actually a Bulls fan. They're still hurt when it comes that way too. So being a Bulls fan is not easy. Being a Bulls fan is not easy. Nick Wrong, don't actually watch the game. Nah, Nick literally does not watch the games. Like, literally does not. A couple other guys that kind of like get on my nerves. We talked about him on my channel a couple times. The guy that works with Colin Cowherd, McIntyre, Jason McIntyre. I think he's a Jets fan, which makes him even worse. But Jason McIntyre is something crazy too. But listen, what are y'all thinking? Who's the X factor? If I had to ask y'all a question, who is the X factor heading into this game tomorrow? Who do you think? And let me exclude a couple of guys. There's a couple of guys that have to be off limits. Daniel Jones cannot be one. Saquon Barkley cannot be one. Everybody else is free game. Who is the X factor tomorrow night? Who's going to make the play? Who's going to ultimately switch the tides on this game tomorrow? I'm definitely excited to watch it once again at 8:20 Sunday Night Football. And I think what's going underrated that somebody mentioned in the last video, commented on my last video. If you haven't tuned in on that one, I was talking about Patrick Mahomes. We might talk about him later. The weather. Apparently looking like it might rain. I know today it was like literally like flooding in the Yankee Stadium. So hopefully the weather's a little better. I hope it doesn't, because I want it equal, and I definitely want to see Daniel Jones sling the ball all around instead of like handing it off to Saquon 20 times. So we're going to see what happens when it comes to that. But I'm excited heading into tomorrow. If I had to pick an X Factor before I read y'all's, my X Factor, man, I'm going to go on the defensive side of the ball, Dexter Lawrence. And it has to be Dexter Lawrence. You know why? It's because he's probably the best player on this defense, let alone the best player on this team. That's my defensive one. I'm going to go offense, and I'm going to tell you who next. He might be even more important than Dexter Lawrence, but Dexter Lawrence needs to set the tone. Like, you got paid the big bucks. And funny enough, I just saw a ranking where he was like the 12th highest paid D tackle, but he's probably a top 3 D tackle in this league. So shout out to Joe Shane, man. Once again, Joe Shane been cooking all offseason. I'm glad we're finally get to see it in the season. But Dexter Lawrence, he got to set the tone. He got to set it right. And ultimately, no one can block him on that team. I don't care who it is. Double team, triple team. Dexter Lawrence needs to have a huge impact, man. He had a great season last season. I'm looking for that same type of season from him. And Leonard Williams, when you got a Dexter Lawrence beside you, Leonard Williams, you need to eat too. But Dexter Lawrence is definitely my X factor heading into tomorrow. The next one on offense is going to be Andrew Thomas, man. Andrew Thomas against Micah Parsons. I'm literally going to be watching that with popcorn in my hand. Like, that's going to be something that we're going to watch for years on years because Micah Parsons, the Cowboys can't let that man go. He's a stud. I wanted to draft Micah Parsons, but that's another conversation for another day. Him going against Andrew Thomas, I think Andrew Thomas got it. I really do. The last time they faced each other, Andrew Thomas was sick a little bit with the flu, so he wasn't 100% healthy. I don't like making excuses, but listen, I'm expecting a shutout game. A shutout game out of Andrew Thomas. I'm going to read a couple of y'all's now. I can't believe we're 24. Oh, no, my fault. The Giants' offensive line and defensive line had to win the battles up front, just be physical. Yeah, when it comes down to football, that's definitely the number one key. But especially for us against this Cowboys front, on both sides, we normally get dominated both times. Like, they ran the ball too much on us last season. It definitely needs to change. Can't believe we're 24 hours away from greatness. Disciple, that is facts. The defense is definitely an X factor. I'm glad I said your name right, Dudley. Bulls fan, Michael Jordan is my favorite NBA player of all time. I like those 90 Bulls. I rooted for them as a Knicks fan, but I'm not a Bulls fan. Listen, I'll tell you right now, once again, I'm a Bulls fan, but it's not because of Jordan. It's not because of Jordan. It's not. We'll talk about that soon. Dexter Lawrence or Big Cat. Like I said, Elijah, I'm right there with you. Leonard Williams needs to show up. He needs to show up. He's not the best defensive lineman on this team anymore. It's clear. And he should be feasting. He should be feasting in general. I think we can have a top 10 defense. I think we have both. Top 10 defense and top 10 offense. By the end of the season. I'm not going to say we're going to start off top 10 offense, but by the end of the season, when we get everybody healthy and everyone's rolling, I think we have a good team, man. We got Trey and Banks from Disciple. That's huge. That's huge. I have to say this real quick. 15 viewers in the chat right now, man. Make sure you say something in the chat. Like up the video, man. I appreciate y'all so much once again. We live talking about the Giants and the Cowboys. We talking about our X Factors right now. Trey and Banks, that's going to be huge. 2 rookies starting at corner. Primetime Sunday night game. It's tough. That's a tough task to ask for 2 rookies to finish up. So Trey Hawkins and Banks, if they can lock up on their dudes, which once again, Adoree should be on CeeDee Lamb all game. Like, it's a non-negotiable. I don't trust any of my rookies on CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's tough. He is. So I definitely expect them to step up when it comes to Michael Gallup and Brandon Cooks. I'm sorry, I forgot his name for a second. It'll be cooler on Sunday night, 71 degrees. I hope it doesn't rain. I really do. X Factor is a new turf. That turf don't look any better as far as injuries. Oh, man. I hope not. I literally hope not. How much will Simmons play? So I seen on the depth chart, right, they said Mike McFadden's going to be starting. I don't know how true that is because at the end of the day, they just traded for him. I don't think they can insert him in as a starting linebacker right away. Kind of is disrespectful to everybody that's been practicing. But I will say he's definitely going to be playing a good amount of snaps. That's my prediction. He has to be playing on the field a good amount of times. And once again, he's a great rusher. I think blitzing as a linebacker, he's faster than any linebacker that we have. So I definitely expect him to have an impact when it comes to that. And he should be on the field a good amount of times, man. He should. How much will Simmons play? We talked about Micah Parsons would love to play for the Giants. Bro, he should have been a Giant, man. He really should have been a Giant. That whole draft situation was crazy in general. We ended up walking away with Kadarius Toney, which, man, if you haven't seen my other video, check up on that as well. Evan Neal needs to step up on the second. Evan Neal needs to step up in general. Last time we faced the Cowboys, he got obliterated. Literally obliterated by DeMarcus Lawrence. That can't happen again. It can't. It can't happen again. Evan Neal needs to show up. Yes, sir. Hopefully we didn't jinx it. Simmons could be an X factor. I definitely expect him to. I expect him to. If he plays, he's going to make a difference because the talent's there. The talent is there. So, yeah, man. I think they use Simmons more as a blitzed rusher. That's exactly what I said. Elijah, I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. I think Wink is going to send the blitz so much that all Banks and Hawkins have to do is break up bad throws. That's what the formula is, right? So on this defense, what Wink runs is we like to blitz a lot, send pressure, make quick throws. So that leaves less time for routes to develop, leaves less routes to break off, and who knows, Banks could jump one, Trey Hawkins can jump one. Now we haven't seen it yet out of them, so it's hard to expect that out of them. But when it comes into like your first game, your first professional game, 2 rookie corners, the defense and the pressure is gonna have to get there. It's gonna have to. That's the only way you help your back end. I think Philly thinks that they have the best corners in the league. It's that front four. That front four. When you can send 4, drop everybody into coverage and still guard up. I'm not an Eagles fan, man, but I'm just being honest. When it comes to football, if you can pressure the quarterback, it's going to help your corners tremendously. It's going to help your back end tremendously. I think we're going to send blitz. Yep. Len Bay says, what affiliate we choosing, my boy? Allegiance. I don't even know what we talking about, man. I don't even know. A super sticker from Len Bay. Yo, my guy. Appreciate you, man. That's really the first one that I've gotten ever. So appreciate you, man. That's huge. That's huge. I appreciate you. First super sticker from Lembe. Appreciate you so much, man. 17 viewers. Make sure you like it up, man. And let's cut to the chase, right? Giants schedule. I know we've seen it. It's been out for a little bit of times. I made a video on it, but I didn't touch on it after we made all the moves we did. After we cut some players, after we traded for Isaiah Simmons, who knows, it changed. Could be a different record. But let's dive into that right now, right? So before I switch out to the Giants schedule, I got to ask you guys, what record do you think the Giants are going to finish with next season? What do you think we're going to finish with? It's tough. And I'll switch over real quick. But we got some tough games on the schedule. We do. There's some games on here. There's a stretch on here that's pretty rough. But ultimately, I think the Giants should be heading into the playoffs. I think everything should be good. And, yeah. So looking at the schedule, man, what do you think our record is going to be next season? We'll go straight down the list, right? Week 1, Cowboys, Giants, no secret. We're winning this game. We're winning tomorrow. We're starting off 1-0. And now when it comes down to it, right, when it comes down to why are the Giants going to win, can they make the difference? Can they finally break the curse against Dak Prescott? They haven't won in 10 straight games from Dak Prescott. This is a new season, y'all. This is a new season. We've seen what the Giants did last season. We've seen what they did with less talent. They didn't have all the talent in the world. We've seen what happened. I expect the Giants to show up with more talent. I expect them to be more well coached, and we should be getting this dub tomorrow. No ifs, ands, or buts. We're starting off 1-0. So now next, we're going to the Cardinals. That's a W. Don't have to say much. Do not have to say much. Yo, Alexa with the 99 cents. That's tough. That's crazy. Super chat. Appreciate you so much, man. Once again, first ones on here. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you subscribing as well. If you are in this chat and you haven't subscribed already, subscribe, bro. Appreciate y'all so much. Just found the video yesterday. This is amazing. Glad I found your content. Appreciate you, G-Man. Appreciate you, my guy. All right, let's get to the schedule. I'm going to appreciate y'all in a second. So, Cardinals, that's an easy dub. Nothing much to talk about that. That's an easy dub. Going to San Francisco. Some people might not be on there with me, but we're not winning that game. It's tough. It's a short week. We're facing the Cardinals on Sunday. Then we have to flip back and go ahead and face the 49ers on Thursday Night Football. The 49ers are tough, and their defense is really good. Maybe we're still figuring it out early on. We're going to start 2-1. Facing the Seahawks. We should have beat them last season. We should have. But we didn't because of a fumbled punt. We didn't for so many different reasons. The Seahawks is going to be a W. It's going to be a W. And that one's going to be Monday Night Football. So 3 out of the first 4 games is all on prime time. So if y'all didn't want to watch the Giants, listen, you're going to see them a lot in the first 5 or 6 games. You're going to see them a lot. But the Seahawks is going to be a W. Now, Miami. I was going to go to this game. I'm not going anymore, unfortunately. Different things came up. But Miami Dolphins game, I have to pencil in an L. I have to. Like, I want to put bias aside. But listen, the Dolphins is going to be a tough game. I can see us winning. I could definitely see us winning that first game, that Miami game. But who knows? Tyreek Hill can go off. Jalen Waddle can go off. Their defense is still pretty good. Jalen Ramsey will be out. If I remember correctly, he had that injury. He will be out. And I'm going to pause real quick. 19 viewers in the chat, man. Like up the stream. I appreciate y'all for joining. And y'all going crazy right now. Lembe again. Appreciate you. Giants will finish 11-6. That is my prediction. I hope they finish a way better record, though. I do. And I think they can. But We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens with it. Just found the video yesterday, like you said. Appreciate you, G-Men. Gino was a fluke last year. He just has weapons. Listen, I'm a big believer on if you put Daniel Jones in that system, we know what's gonna happen. Elijah says Miami's too fast. They are. They really are. So I can still see us winning once again because I definitely expect us. I talk about it infamously. If you haven't been following me for a little while, I saw Mike Glennon play the Dolphins in Miami. That was the worst game I ever watched. My first Giants game, and it was trash. So never again. I'm going to have to give us an L there. Now, playing Buffalo. Can I see us win? Yes. I think we're going to be in every single game. Every single game. I don't see us getting blown out by any of these teams because we shouldn't. We closed the gap a little bit. We add a little more talent. We should be playing better. But I'm sorry, that's going to be an L as well. So up until this point, we are 3-3. 3-3 after the first 6 games. And now here comes a little easier stretch. I'm not going to say it's a cakewalk, but a little easier stretch. Washington, we're sweeping them this year, y'all. I'll be honest. We're sweeping Washington. Washington don't got nothing for us. I'm not expecting much out of Washington when it comes to them being tough. They'll be tough. But Washington's not beating us this year. I'm sorry. That's a W. The Jets game, once again, I got to be honest. I got to be real. That Jets defense was like one of the top defenses last year. Can they repeat themselves? We're going to find out. I'm going to have to say it's an L. I'm going to have to. And it hurts me because I can't. I don't hate the Jets. I don't have any negative energy towards the Jets. But I can't have us being them yet. I am a big believer on Aaron Rodgers is not going to be as great as he's been for the last years because we took care of him last year. We saw what he did, and he had better weapons than Daniel Jones last season, but they're talented. Listen, I'm not going to have us being the Jets at the moment. Raiders, W, not much to say there. The Raiders aren't going to be that good. They got Garoppolo. I'm not expecting much. Devontae Adams could be a problem. We'll see if he's still there by this point because ultimately the Raiders, once again, I don't think they're going to be that good. I don't know if y'all seen the Chandler Jones situation. That's a funny situation in general. Now, facing Dallas again, I have to be non-biased. We're going to split this year with Dallas. It's tough for me to say that we're going to sweep them completely, but we're going to split. Heading into week 1, it's a home game. Once again, the first game of the season. Some people's might be starting off rough. Some people might not be fully in tune yet. So I'm going to have the Cowboys beating us in week 12, or week 10, I'm sorry. November 12th, week 10. I got them beating us. We're going to split with Dallas. But once again, we're sweeping Washington. So that's going to be a W. Washington's going to be a W. And I'm not losing to the Patriots, bro. I'm not losing to the Patriots. Patriots going to be a W. So at this point, we're kind of evening out on the season, right? We got a lot more W's in that stretch than we had L's. If you're following me along, this last stretch is super important. By this point, last season, right, we had 3 teams out of the NFC East. 3 teams out of the NFC East coming out. Will it happen again? We should be finishing better than the Cowboys. That's just my opinion. But December 11th, that is my birthday. We're facing Green Bay. Not expecting much out of Green Bay. We took care of business last season. We got Jordan Love slotted in there now. Is he better than Aaron Rodgers than he was last season? We're going to see. We are going to see. That's a W. Straight up, that's a W. Let me switch to the chat real quick. 11-6 is doable. Brian, I'm with you on it. It's doable. That's not where I got us finishing, but it's doable. I hate the Jets. Listen, I'll let you say that. I don't have ill will towards the Jets. In my opinion, the Jets are always the little brother. They're in the basement. Like, the Lakers have the Clippers. The Giants have the Jets. That's what it is. We share stadiums. You haven't won as much. Last time y'all won, internet wasn't exist. So I think we'll squeak out the one with the Jets. It could happen. Once again, it could happen. I'm just trying to put bias aside. We're going to see what happens, man. Aaron Rodgers, I'm still mad about Cobb and that blindside hit. I need Neil to really destroy Rodgers as a revenge game from Hard Knocks. It could happen. It really could happen. It can happen. So we owe Joke Judge. He deserves to feel our pain. Listen, the Patriots are not beating us, y'all. The Patriots are not beating us. They're not. So he said, I'm going to hold you to saying y'all going to beat the Pats. We're going to beat the Pats. Alexa, we are definitely going to beat the Pats. I'm sorry. If you're a Patriots fan, I am sorry. Hold up, Juke. First time here, but you truly see us losing to the Jets with a healthy full squad. It's tough, bro. It's tough. It's tough to say because I definitely think the Jets aren't going to be what everyone's making them out to be. It's super tough to have all these expectations and come in first season on a team and fully burst onto the team. It's tough. But I know that defense was real last season. I know that. They had zero offense last season. I seen them win a game against the Bills, putting up only like 13 points. So that defense is real, and I got to give them the edge when it comes to that. Hold up, Juke. First time here, but you truly are seeing. I read that. My fault. Rodgers going to get her from either Parsons or Lawrence. Shoot, man. I can't say that. I can't say that, but you can. I can't say that. Patrick was good, though. Patrick was good. We got 22 viewers in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all. Say what's up. You're a Sagittarius, fire sign. I don't know too much when it comes to that. I'm going to be real. Any news on Waller for tomorrow? So Waller, he's going to play. But let's finish the Giants schedule real quick. December 17th, week 15 against the Saints. Listen, that's a W. I don't care what they got going on. They're thinking that with that defense, it's better, a lot better of a team. Derek Carr's at quarterback. I don't trust Derek Carr. That's a W. We're beating the Saints. Now, these last three games, right? It can go either way. I'm going in thinking clear, right? Being honest. If it plays out anything like last season, we're not beating Philadelphia this upcoming season, y'all. It's hard to say. I have to see it to believe it. They're talented. I don't like the Eagles. I really don't. I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts is overrated, but I definitely think if you put Daniel Jones there, he might be better, but who knows? I don't think we're beating them this upcoming season. Now, the only thing that can change is if they don't play their starters in week 17, in the week 18, I'm sorry. It's been week 17 for a little while. If they don't play Jalen Hurts in that game, we're winning that game if they don't start them, but I'm going to pencil in 2 L's until we beat them. So, the Rams, we're going to win that game. The last game of the season, we're going to lose. So I have us going 10-7. The Giants are going to go 10-7 this upcoming season, man. I definitely expect them to be better. It's only one game better when you look at what happened last season. We tied with Washington. But the schedule is tough at certain points, but we still should be making it into playoffs at 10-7. We should be. The Giants are definitely still going to be making it at 10-7, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think. In terms of us getting set up for this upcoming season, man, I have us going 10-7. AFC has a better conference. We are basically an AFC team in the NFC. We got Wink from the Ravens, Caffrey from the KC, and Dayball from the Bills. That's facts. That is facts. I think the AFC is super tough this year, and the NFC, the talent is pretty thin. Across the board, like it's super thin. So I definitely can see 3 teams, once again, coming out of the NFC East. It's a hard prediction, but I can see it happening. But I could also see us going in above Dallas. I'm just saying that right now. I have us winning 12 from private. Hey, man, I'm there with you. I really want us to win 12. And we could. Once again, if that Eagles game switches, we're 11-6. I feel really good about 11-6. Regardless of 6 L's on the season, the last time the Giants saw that, it's been a minute. This Eagles game will be flex. I think we're going to be fighting for the division in those last 2 games. See, once again, if that happens, we're going to see what happens. I think the Giants could be good this season. Don't get me wrong. But I think the Eagles have to fall off to be fighting with us because the talent gap is still there, y'all. The talent gap is still there. But tomorrow night is going to answer a lot of questions. I'll take 10-7 for sure. G-Man agree with 10-7 for sure. 3 playoff teams from the NFC East. That happened this past season. Three playoff teams from the NFC East just happened, actually. We had the Eagles coming in first, Cowboys being in second, and us flexing to the third. 3 teams from the NFC East. We ended up being the Vikings, moved to the divisional round. That was huge. So it could definitely happen again. It could happen. It's going to be tough to win in the NFC East. We'll have to play through the wild card round again. It's tough, but listen. What we know about the Giants is we just got to get in. If we can get in the race, listen, we can go all the way. We got 23 viewers in here at the moment, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Once again, this is one of my first live streams. I will be live throughout the season. Like it up, subscribe. I appreciate it. But 9-win minimum. D Lee, what's good, my guy? 9 wins minimum. Listen, it needs to be 10. But I can see 9. I respect it. It needs to be 10, though. I hope the Giants put 50 points on the Cowboys tomorrow night. Listen, Listen, tomorrow is super important on where the trajectory of the team is going to go. We can't have it starting off 0-1. We can't, especially losing a division game. So something we have to talk about, right? This Giants team over the last couple seasons, over the last years, started off consistently 0-1. But not only when it comes to losing the first game, it comes down to losing a division game. This team has not been winning division games. We made it to the playoffs last year and won a playoff game, only winning one division game last season. And that was the last one against Washington. That has to change. It has to. We can't expect for the rest of the conference not being good and luckily us making it in. We need to beat these division teams. So I got us splitting with Dallas. I got us beating Washington, sweeping them. And we could split with the Eagles, but I have us losing those two. But that helps us tremendously when it comes to the playoff race, let alone our division itself. It has to change. Things have to change. I think with our roster, I think with our coaching, you've seen what they could do with a lot less talent. You draft another regime. You draft another whole rookie group. You have additions coming through in free agency. You trade for guys like Darren Waller. You trade for guys like Isaiah Simmons. More talent, we should be better. There's no reason not to think so. Some people don't think we're going to be that good. I think they're going to get messed up, man. I think we're going to shock some people tomorrow. It starts with a healthy Waller, and once again, Waller did have that tight hamstring, but apparently for other people, they were saying, hey, listen, it could be out of precaution. He could be feeling something a little bit. It's not severe, because clearly if it was severe, they would have called up another tight end, and we would be worried about it next season. But I definitely could see us making a difference as long as he's healthy. They're going to be shocked. We just need a better performance in primetime since we have like 5 or 6 of those. Yeah, man. So going down the list, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, 4 in the first 5 games, 5 on Monday night, and 6. Yep, Christmas Day. Man, I don't want my Christmas to be ruined. So we need to make a difference, man. We need to change up something. Dayball will outcoach McCarthy. Yeah, for sure. McCarthy, he won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to say he's the worst coach in the league, but when it comes to situations, I'm rolling with the coach of the year that we just had last year. The coach of the year should be able to have the leg up on him. We got facts. Chuck Knox is dope. His Giants hype videos will be... Oh, yeah. Chuck Knox with his hype videos. If you haven't seen that, chat, make sure you go ahead and search that up. Chuck Knox with a Giants hype video. It makes me want to go on, put some shoulder pads and a helmet on and go make a difference. I'll go ahead and I'll try to block Micah Parsons, whatever I can do. Chuck Knox for those videos is tough. Make sure you tune in on that. That's super cool. The people who said that the Giants won't be good are haters. The Giants are the most hated team in the NFL, period, as we know. If you watch my videos, I talk about this all the time. Literally all the time. The Giants are the most disrespected team in the league. They're the big apple in the whole, obviously, playing in New York. Everyone's going to be talking about them. But the hatred is just, it runs deep. It runs deep. I don't know what it is. We beat a perfect Patriots team, and all of a sudden, nobody wants to like us, which it is what it is. Daniel Jones gets the most hate across the league. Man, for y'all that have been tuning into my channel, man, you know what it comes to when it comes to Daniel Jones, bro. You know what it is. The people that said, yeah, the Giants are haters. Last Christmas was ruined, bro. My Thanksgiving was ruined. My Thanksgiving was ruined last year. We played the Cowboys. We should have won that game, and that gives me even more confidence going into this game. We were up at halftime, y'all. We were up at halftime. I'm going to show y'all real quick. We were up at halftime, and I literally said it. I tweeted, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, if you don't follow me on IG, what are y'all doing, man? The Juke Media on Instagram, and then on Twitter, I said I'm fully ready to get my heart broken. I'm fully ready. The Giants are up, and I'm ready to get my heart broken because this team does this every time for some reason. Dallas coughed up the ball twice. We picked off Dak Prescott twice, and the offense just couldn't get anything rolling. And once again, the weapons were the weapons. Everything happened last season, but man, it's so bad when you're playing on a day like that on Thanksgiving, and it just gets ruined like that. I'm pulling up the tweets now, but as I pull that up, who do you think is making the playoffs from each conference? All right, so if I was to talk about the AFC, right, I think it's pretty clear who the AFC teams are. I know you talk about the Patriots. The Patriots aren't making it. I'm sorry. But in terms of the AFC, right, so you have to pencil in the Bengals. The Bengals are coming out of it. I know a lot of people are talking about the Steelers. I don't expect too much out of that division. The Ravens are there, but do I expect the Ravens to be better than the Bengals? I don't. So we'll see if they make a wild card. But Bengals are making it coming out of the division. Oh my gosh, Bengals coming out of the division. AFC South, we got the Titans, the Colts. That division is booty. The Titans, the Colts, the Jaguars, and we got the Texans. Jaguars are taking it. They took it last season. I expect them to take it again. So Jaguars coming out of AFC South. Now the AFC West. Who do we have in the AFC West? We got the Broncos, the Chiefs. I'm rolling with the Chiefs. I know we saw what they looked like. Listen, I don't think Kadarius Toney's going to help much, but they're coming out of the AFC West once again. And then the AFC East, we got the Jets. That's going to be a dogfight. But, man, that's tough. I don't want to say the Jets. I really don't. I can't say the Jets, right? AFC East. Who's coming out of AFC East? What y'all think? I can't say the Jets. But I also think the Bills, listen, the clock is ticking on that team. The clock is ticking on the Bills as well. Who we got coming out of the AFC East? I'll revisit that. So a couple of wild card teams I can see. I'll throw in the Jets. The Jets are not winning that division. Jets are going to be a wild card team coming out of the AFC East, so I can see that. And then I got the Ravens coming out as well. So they'll be in the playoffs. Now going on the NFC side, I got Omega Springs say Bills. It could be the Bills. I'm not saying the Jets. I'm sorry. The Dolphins might be getting overlooked as well, but it is what it is. Now coming to NFC, right? So I got the Eagles making it. In my prediction, I think all three NFC East teams are going to be in there again. Because when you look across the league, I think you can expect drawbacks from certain teams. But let's go by division. NFC East, I have to say the Eagles for now. There hasn't been a repeat NFC East winner for a very long time, but I'll say the Eagles for now. For the NFC North, I'm going to say the Lions. The Lions look really good this past Thursday night, so I'm going to say the Lions. NFC West, the Niners. Seahawks, I'm not overlooking them. NFC South, the worst division in football right now, NFC South. If I had to pick one, I'm going to say the Saints. The Saints are going to be coming out of NFC South. Now, wild cards for any of those teams, I don't think so. That means a Seahawks is probably not making it. They could, but Seahawks are probably not making it. It's between the Seahawks and the Vikings coming out as wild card teams. One of those teams, because once again, the Giants are making it and the Cowboys are making it. But if I had to roll one, I'm going to say the Seahawks. Seahawks are coming out. Vikings, I'm sorry. Vikings, I'm sorry. But that's what I got coming out, man. That's what I got coming out. Just reading now. About to go follow now. Appreciate you, bro. The Juke Media on IG and the Juke on Twitter. I'm trying to be more consistent on Twitter. It's tough for me right now. Oh, I was looking for that tweet. I forgot. 28-17 Giants. J-Rez was good, my bro. Was good. We're definitely winning tomorrow. We are definitely winning tomorrow. I need that energy. We're definitely winning tomorrow, y'all. I'm pulling up that Thanksgiving tweet. Where's it at? Oh, here we go. So, feast your eyes. Giants up 13-7 at halftime. Ready to get my heart broken in the second half. I said it, man. I said it. I was ready. November 24th, 6:07. It was halftime. Giants were up on Thanksgiving Day. And of course, that's going to happen. It's rough. It's rough in these streets. Once again, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on IG, the Juke Media. On Twitter, the Juke __. The Juke __. Bills, it's their last year. They're running out of time. Getting guys like Von Miller, getting obviously Stephon Diggs. We've heard all that scuffle. They need to make something happen this year. The AFC is not that loaded as we thought. We're going to see, because we always have some teams that pop out of nowhere, right? The Giants were one of them last season. Who knows? You can see maybe the Browns. The Browns could be a contender that can come out of the blue. They made that Deshaun Watson trade. You might see a little difference there. The AFC is not that loaded. No mention of the Bucs. Yeah, no, the Bucs are going to be sorry. I'm sorry, Alexa. The Bucs are going to be sorry. Baker Mayfield, he was talking bad about Daniel Jones. That's where he messed up right there. AFC contenders are Chiefs, Bills, Broncos, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots, Ravens, and Jaguars. That's it. So you said the Patriots. That's where I'm a little confused. No Bengals? No Bengals in the AFC contenders? That's interesting. Dolly, that's interesting, my guy. No Bengals. All right, NFC contenders are Eagles, 49ers, Giants, Cowboys, Lions, Vikings, Seahawks, Packers, and Bears. Now, the Bears is something I really want to talk about. The Bears is something I really want to talk about. Because this whole Justin Field train, how we have a guy that put up worse stats than Daniel Jones, but he's top 10 on everybody else's list. How does that happen? How does that happen? How does a quarterback lead their team to the first overall pick? Oh my gosh. Hold on, y'all. Technical difficulties. I got sniped. My fault. I got sniped. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, we should be good now. We should be good. Hopefully I don't get sniped again. But once again, we got 21 viewers in the chat. Appreciate y'all for tuning in once again, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you're liking it up. Subscribe if you're new. This is a home for you if you're a Giants fan or a football fan in general. Want to talk about how monthly was the better fantasy draft than Gibbs. Oh, he's talking about Monty. Oh, man, I don't even want to talk about that, to be honest. Gibbs should have got way more touches. Way more touches. December 24, 2022, Giants 23, Vikings 2017, and a Christmas Eve heartbreaker. That was rough. That was rough. I was not watching that game. I was going in and out. I was at work. And once again, that's why. Listen, y'all, we trying to get Sundays off, and I'm going to be talking every single Giants Sunday. But that game was rough last season. Seeing us lose that Vikings game in the fashion that it did. But listen, we got to get back in the playoffs, and that's all that mattered. But Christmas Eve heartbreaker was tough. I forgot about the Bengals. Yeah, bro. I was like, hold on. The Patriots over the Bengals was rough. AFC and NFC are pretty even out in terms of contending teams. Yeah, it might be. We're going to see. We're going to see. It might be a little different. The Fields glaze is insane. Yeah, bro. The Fields glaze is nuts. It's nuts. So, talking about tomorrow once again, right? So, what do we expect out of everybody else on the offense outside of Waller, right? It's tough to expect what Waller's going to do because of this whole injury situation, but who else is stepping up? I think we have to look at Darius Slayton. Paris Campbell's going to be on the field. People are going to look at him. I think Jalen Hyatt's going to play in certain situations, and people are going to have to respect his speed. But when it comes down to literally outside of Waller, I think Darius Slayton was our best receiver for the past couple of years, and I expect the same thing out of him. So who do you think is going to step up outside of Waller? Giants beat top quarterbacks last year, Rodgers, Jackson, Lawrence, Smith, but they always talk down on DJ. Listen, I said this for a very long time. I was actually watching that game in Jacksonville. Throwing to guys like Marcus Johnson, I saw Daniel Jones getting mad at Marcus Johnson for dropping a touchdown. Like, we seen this guy do great with no receivers. And then you got Mahomes on Thursday Night Football throwing to Kadarius Toney, who used to play for the Giants, and throwing to Richie James, and oh my gosh, he has no help. Patrick Mahomes has no help. He needs help. Someone help Patrick Mahomes out. But when it was Daniel Jones, nobody was keeping that same energy. Nobody was keeping that same energy. I talked about this, right? I talked about this in the last video. If you haven't seen my last video, or if you're new to the channel, subscribe and check out that video. But the standard is different for quarterbacks. The standard is different for quarterbacks. And when it comes to Daniel Jones, he doesn't get treated fairly. It is what it is, though. It's cool. It's all cool, man, because I want them to think the way they feel about Daniel Jones. And when he shows up, everyone's going to have to be saying sorry. But they can stay on that side. It's cool. We avenged the Vikings loss in the playoffs. Yes. D-Lee, I'm there with you, bro. I'm there with you. Isaiah Simmons will be the biggest impact on defense. Avalon was good, my guy. Appreciate you for tuning in. I think Simmons is going to be a difference maker on this defense. The one thing I can say, I understand the whole Waller situation, but I'm ready to see this defense clamp down on the Cowboys. They think Brandon Cooks is going to be their savior. Having Tony Pollard, we know what Tony Pollard did last season, but having that tandem that they had with Zeke wasn't great, but for some reason he would always play well against the Giants. So I'm glad to see him in a different division. I'm glad to see him not in the Cowboys uniform. And we'll see what happens. H2O Sports was good, bro. He said, what you think about the new turf and the logo in the middle of the field? Let's go, Big Blue. Road to 10K still active, yo. Appreciate you. See, if y'all watch my videos, Road to 10K still active. We active on it, bro. We're actually almost at 2K. So if you're new to the channel, man, subscribe. Type it up in the chat. Like the video. Let's go. New logo, I mess with it. It's a little weird to see. It's a little weird to see because it's gonna be a little different watching it because obviously we're so used to that NFL logo. But I rock with the Giants logo. I think it'll grow on us eventually. We're just so used to that old like NFL logo. But I'll take the Giants logo. Hyatt's first official touchdown, right corner in the end zone. I could see it. I could see Hyatt scoring a touchdown. Trayvon Diggs, this defense is gonna be super aggressive. I could see Hyatt doing a little double move. We saw it on Sauce Gardner. By the way, Sauce Gardner was holding him. We saw it on Sauce Gardner. He can go out and score a touchdown. I can see it. J-Rat says Campbell getting 80 yards and a touchdown tomorrow. I want to see what Paris Campbell can do. I definitely think he's getting swept under the rug when it comes down to Waller. Also somebody, Saquon. Saquon could have a big game tomorrow. He could have a big season. But all these other additions kind of took the attention away. But I think Saquon, people are still forgetting on Saquon. They're still sleeping on Saquon. I understand the contract dispute. I understand all these different things. But listen, Saquon's still that guy. Omega Supreme, completely accurate. DJ Smoke top quarterbacks and still gets disrespected. I saw him go head-to-head with the Jaguars and he beat them, right? I talked about this in one of my videos. Herbert couldn't get it done. Herbert could not get it done against the Jaguars, but I saw Daniel Jones go in there with less weapons and get it done. I rest my case. The amount of drop touchdowns we had last year, that's why he only threw 15. The last three seasons has been tough. It's been tough overall with drops in general. Last year he threw 15 touchdowns. You also know why? It's because we moved all the way down the field and you handed it to Saquon. Saquon's gonna score. I'll take any touchdown how we get it, but I'm not tripping over 15 passing touchdowns. I like my quarterback winning. I'll take wins. Show me 30 touchdowns and 6 wins in the NFL. Which one do you want? Come on, man. Omega says, by the way, Tony, if you're in the chat, do you have that ring on? Sorry, Juke, that's the ring finger. He was showing Giants fans with his ring. Yeah, I saw that, man. I saw that post. It's hilarious because listen, I don't know what it was. He didn't have no fingers on that game. He wasn't catching nothing. All that talk in the offseason for what? And the Giants couldn't use Kadarius Toney properly. Man, that's hilarious. That's literally hilarious. Who will the Cowboys put Diggs on? So, in my opinion, I think Diggs has to be on Slayton. I think he has to be. When it comes down to our best quality, talented receiver, I think he's going to put him on Darius Slayton. Paris Campbell could be slippery, but he's going to be in the slot. I don't see them moving Diggs into the slot. So, I definitely think Diggs is going to be guarding Slayton tomorrow. Could see him on Hodgins too, but I think they'll put Gilmore on Hodgins. But we'll see what's going to happen. I know Hodgins sometimes played in the slot. But we're going to see a different offense tomorrow, y'all. We're going to see a different offense. I'm excited. Outside of Waller, we can't sleep on Hodgins. Hodgins is getting swept under the rug as well. We saw what he did last season a little bit amount of time. Listen, I'm excited. See, even talking about all our weapons, man, I'm excited for what we can do tomorrow. This offense is going to shock some people. They think we're the same Giants. Something is coming their way. 22 viewers, once again. I'm just repeating this because I appreciate y'all. This is one of my first live streams. I will be live a couple Wednesdays out of the year, but for sure one day out of the week. Stay tuned on some videos. I will be live streaming. I love talking with you guys, so I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We've been up for almost an hour. Haven't streamed like this in a while. For some few, they were here when I did the draft. I had a live reaction on the draft when we drafted Deonte Banks. My setup was looking a little different, though. So, yeah. Saquon going to have so much room to run. It's going to be out to the parking lot. That's what we're looking for, right? So with these weapons, with putting speed out there on the edges, we don't want them to key in on Saquon. We don't want that. We don't need them to stack the box. The hope is put 2 guys on Waller, shade the safety over the top of Jalen Hyatt, shade the safety over Darius Slayton. We're going to have a whole different offense this year, y'all. We don't have a Richie James, a Marcus Johnson, or David Sills. This team is gonna be different. They're gonna be Giants. I'm sorry, that was super cringy. But I think be Giant's cool. That whole thing that the Giants are pushing be Giant. But it's gonna be huge this year, y'all. It's gonna be crazy. Danny over under 300 yards tomorrow. All right. So just because he doesn't, I'm gonna say under, y'all. I'm gonna say under. But just because he doesn't have over 300 yards doesn't mean I don't think he's gonna have a good game. I saw him throw for 160 yards last season in a good game. Because guess what? He did what he's supposed to do with certain weapons on this team. I can see him going under 300, but I still have us getting the dub. I still have him being efficient. I don't think he's gonna throw a pick either. I don't think so. If it's a pick, it's probably gonna be like a Hail Mary or a last second toss. But I don't see us throwing a pick. I don't see Daniel Jones playing bad tomorrow. It's all going to be contingent on, can we hold up front? Can we block for Danny, please? Like, Glowinski, can you block? Evan Neal, can you block? I know what I got on my left side. I know what I got at center. John Michael Schmitz has been good throughout this whole training camp. I know what I got there. But Evan Neal, please, please step out tomorrow. I think he will. We already know 26 is going to go out and perform. We know that. Listen, some people were turning on him with this whole contract situation. It did get me feeling a little weird, but we know Saquon's still going to perform. We didn't see him take a snap during the training camp. He's coming ready tomorrow. Can't believe how far we come from doing quarterback sneaks just over a year ago. Yeah, bro. Man, it's been rough. It's been a rough couple of years, y'all. I covered the team right after that season, but if I was covering them then, who knows, man? I might have quit. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'm here every single week, and being a Giants fan has not been easy to any of us. Avion. I'm sorry, I said Avalon. Avion, Ayo Juke. I still believe that this will be the last time we play Dak before he gets replaced. I can see it. Making that trade for Trey Lance. Why are we doing that? Why are we trading for? Not we, but like, why are we trading an asset for a backup quarterback when, the Cowboys have Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush was a starting quarterback. He was better than Daniel Jones at one point. But yeah, let's go trade for Trey Lance, a player that doesn't make a difference for us this upcoming season. Like, I just thought ever since the Cowboys haven't won a championship in the last, 20 years, I literally thought that the Cowboys were trying to win every year. That's not a move that you're making to win this year. That was confusing to me. 2023 New York Giants, a new beginning. It is a new beginning for sure, y'all. Listen, this year we're going to turn up. Last year, we got caught off guard because we weren't talented. A new regime, rebuild. But we're coming for it all this year. Do I think we're going to win the Super Bowl? Listen, I think if we punch our ticket into the playoffs, we'll be in a good spot. Don't forget, if y'all go to the game, it's a blue out. I wish I was going to the game. I really do. I'll be watching from my couch, but I'll definitely be wearing all blue. So, yeah, man. We touched on the schedule. We touched on tomorrow's game. We touched about our X Factors. I appreciate y'all for tuning in once again. One of my first live streams for the season. And I'm excited. For what's going to happen tomorrow. I definitely think the Cowboys are overlooking us. They're so big into this Dak. Hasn't lost in 10 games, yada, yada, yada. That's not going to matter tomorrow, y'all. It's not. What he did last season, leading the league in interceptions, yeah, that's not going to matter. It's not going to matter in this one. Take it for what you want. I like my quarterback that can't turn over the ball. I like my quarterback that can make plays. He made plays with not a lot of weapons last season. I can definitely see him making an impact this upcoming season. See him making an impact, man. Other things I'm missing off for tomorrow. I think that's everything for the most part. Once again, my score prediction, drop your score prediction down in the chat. I got us taking it 27-24. I'm changing it 27-24. I can see us with a last-minute field goal off the newly extended Graham Gano. How could I forget the GOAT? The GOAT kicker did get a 3-year extension. He's been one of the best kickers I've seen on this team for a while. Aldrich, if for y'all that have been a fan for a little while, Rosas was solid. He was a Pro Bowl kicker for us, and then he just flipped. He flipped the script. He was not as good. So Graham Gano getting the 3-year extension. Shout out to my guy. He's going to be kicking a game-winning field goal tomorrow, and we're going to walk out with the dub. First week, 1-0, and I'll be here. Make sure y'all come here after the game. I'll be live streaming after the game. We're going to have our reactions, talk about what was good, talk about the bad, but hopefully we're celebrating a W tomorrow. Did you mention Waller injury? Any update? Yeah, man. Scoot, what's up? Go. Oh my gosh. Scoot was good. Imagine DJ and Pat Mahomes swap careers. Yo. Imagine we swap teams. Let's swap teams real quick. Let's get Daniel Jones throwing to Tyreek Hill. I still think Mahomes is the best quarterback, but listen, situations are situations. Mention Waller injury. Yes, I did. So they did say that, once again, it was probably some tightness. I don't think he hurt his hamstring. It wasn't a complete tear or anything crazy. They didn't call up a tight end, so he should be playing tomorrow. He should be playing. Now, my prediction for the game is, like, my only worry is he 100%? Are we going to see him playing? Is he on a snap count? I really don't want to see a snap count. I need to see him in there. Whether he's catching 8 balls for 100 yards, I need to see him in there because the defense has to respect him. The defense has to respect him tomorrow. If he's not on the field, it's a big L, but listen, he's going to be on the field. They would have called up a tight end if he wasn't. They would have called up a tight end if he was not. So when we played Dallas last year, we were missing Aziz, Kayvon on pitch count, the entire secondary, and Aziz in the second game. Listen, Kayvon's first game on a pitch count was that first matchup. The matchup where we saw David Sills slip, interception on that last drive that we could have went and tied the game. We know about that game. And the second game, I touched on this on my video. If you haven't seen my other video talking about the Giants and the Cowboys, we went out there without Adoree Jackson. We thought Fabian Moreau was nice. He wasn't even playing. We were starting guys like, oh my gosh, how could I forget his name? Number 44, McLeod. We were starting McLeod at corner last season. We were going in without a Leonard Williams for one of the games. The first game, Leonard Williams didn't touch the field. We were going out there throwing to, once again, Richie James. Richie James was our top wide receiver, and then we saw what he did on Thursday night. We saw what Kadarius Toney did on Thursday night. Listen, this is a different team that they saw. Completely different team. Daniel Jones, only expecting to be better. Second year in the system, a lot more comfortable. It's going to be up this year, y'all. It's going to be up this year for sure. Do you think you will collab with other Giants creators? I don't know, man. I don't know. I can tell you right now, I don't got no collabs lined up or anything yet. We're looking to continue to grow. Once again, we're at 1.7. I just hit 1.7, I believe, yesterday. So appreciate y'all for subscribing if you are. If you're not, what are y'all doing? Subscribe down below. What's on the horizon, we're going to see. We're going to see. But listen, we're going to keep pushing. I appreciate y'all for supporting me once again. Mark my words, Shane will give Saquon the bag in 2024 if he balls this year and stays healthy. I can see him honestly being under contract. If he performs again, I think we're going to reward him for being on this team. He didn't make it a message training camp. You saw what it was all over the offseason with people holding out and stuff. I could see him being good. I'll go to bed after the game. Have to wake up early for it. Nah, you good, bro. You all good. I work tomorrow, the next day as well. But make sure you follow up the next day. I'm still impressed you took from me. Oh, yeah, in our fantasy league, I took Gano. Yeah. Paris Campbell, the sleeper of the offense for tomorrow. Paris Campbell can have a huge game. He can have a huge game. I can definitely see it. So once again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hey, Seuss, what's good, my bro? We taking off. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. That is going to wrap it up. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Like it up. Road to 10K is still active, y'all. Road to 10K is still active. Bad Dog just collabed with Big Fist. Can't wait to see it happen in the near future. Hey, I don't know what collabs on the horizon, y'all. But, yeah, man. I'm excited. Appreciate y'all for tuning in once again, man. I will be live tomorrow. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. And once again, I'll be live after the game. Giants are coming away with the dub. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Go Big Blue. Go get this dub. I'll catch